Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Summer is here, which means we all want to look and feel our best. A GLP-1 may be right for you. Visit orderlymeds.com to learn more about which GLP-1 you could be eligible for. Getting started is fast, easy, and happens virtually through telemedicine from licensed professionals. Check it out for yourself. Go to orderlymeds.com/podcast. That's orderlymeds.com/podcast. Taking care of yourself feels great. Compounded medications are not FDA approved. Eligibility required and determined by a licensed provider. Individual results may vary. See website for details.
Hello and welcome to the Halloween Podcast, your source for weekly Halloween news, ghost stories, and spooky nostalgia. I'm your host, Lyle Perez.
And I'm your co-host, Megan Cunningham.
And this is your weekly Halloween update covering July 6th through July 12th, 2026. There are now 110 days left until Halloween. Megan, are you excited?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I always get excited about Halloween this time of year. Once July 4th is passed, we're on the go.
We're on it. It seems like Halloween just gets sooner and sooner as the years go by. It seems like
it's true. It's definitely crept up further and further into the summer and things. I mean, I look forward to it all year, so I'm not complaining. But it is kind of odd for someone who grew up in the 80s and 90s to see stuff popping up in the stores starting now. Yeah. When I was a kid, that was not a thing.
Right. And I'm pretty sure all the listeners are starting to see a lot of Halloween stuff showing up wherever they're going.
Oh, yes. Code oranges are coming thick and fast.
Yes, it is. And we got a lot of them to go over today. But I just got back from St. Louis HorrorCon, and it was a lot of fun. So I want to welcome any new listeners we got from there. So if you met me out there, hey, how's it going? Glad you're here. And hopefully
everyone.
You can hang around and listen to us banter about Halloween all the time.
I love it. So how did the HorrorCon go? You sent me some cool pictures, but I haven't really talked to you about it yet.
Yeah, it was good. It had a lot of fun. A lot of people stopped by. A lot of people that knew the show already stopped by.
Nice.
Met some people that had podcasts already, so invited them on the show. And met a lot of authors. I invited some of them on the show too. So hopefully we can get some of them. Got some celebrities, and we got one specifically that said yes, he will 100% do it. So we gotta get him on the podcast in the next couple weeks. We'll probably have him on. So and then I bugged more celebrities to come on the podcast. So hopefully we can get some more. And Omri Katz was one of them that I really tried to get him to come on the show. He towards the end, when I said bye to him, he seemed more like, yeah, I'll do it, but I don't want to commit. And I was like, well,
yes, you wore him down.
Yes. Luckily he remembers me because I've met him before a few times already.
Yeah.
So he did recognize me. He wasn't 100% sure because you got to remember, these celebrities, they see millions of people. Yeah. So,
absolutely.
And Jason Marsden too is another one that towards the end he started remembering who I was and that I did the Halloween podcast. So he's very, very cool guy. He does say like, hey, sorry if I don't remember you, but I see hundreds and thousands of people, and I'm like, yeah, I bet you do. So obviously you're not going to remember everybody, but very nice guy, very nice people. There's a lot of cool people there, so I had a lot of fun. And yeah, a lot of people stopped by the table. So again, if you stop by, say hi to me and took a sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the Halloween podcast, and I look forward to having you here.
Yeah, and for anyone who follows Omri Katz on his socials, be like, please go on the Halloween podcast.
Yes, if you see him at a convention, just go up to him and say, so when are you going to be on the Halloween podcast? And then he'll probably take a second and be like, oh yeah, that one goofy guy that I met 1,000,000 times now. I need to get on his show. So yeah, Halloween podcast listeners, go out there. If you see him in a convention, just say, hey, come on the Halloween podcast, or just shout out to him. He's on Instagram. He's I think Instagram's probably going to be the best spot to catch him at.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, the campaign to get Omri Katz on the Halloween podcast.
Yes, and if you don't know who that is, Omri Katz is the guy, the kid from Erie, Indiana. He played Max on Hocus Pocus. So
yes.
I don't think he really does much acting anymore. I think he does other cannabis related stuff. So but yeah, we talked about that.
Commercially.
Yes. We talked about that.
We're not talking about his personal habits. We don't know those.
Right. We talked about a lot of stuff, me and Omri. We have a lot in common. Same with me and Nate Richard. We have a lot of stuff in common. But
excellent.
Yes. All right. So that was the St. Louis HorrorCon. So today we have the update for you guys. It was very light on news this past week, Megan. It definitely was. But we did find a couple of stories that should be main stories. But I did find a lot of around the Crypt stories. So we'll definitely get to those. But our main story today, Halloween comes earlier than ever in 2026, which we kind of already knew that.
Yep.
If you walked into your favorite home improvement or craft store recently, you've probably noticed something. Halloween is officially here. It is definitely here. According to USA Today, retailers across the country have begun stocking Halloween merchandise earlier than ever before. Stores including Home Depot, Lowe's, Michael's, At Home, Costco, Sam's Club, Home Goods, and Spirit Halloween are already filling shelves with pumpkins, skeletons, animatronics, and spooky decor, despite Halloween still being months away, still 110 days away. And we're in full summerween mode.
Oh, yes.
As they like to say. But retailers say that shoppers are buying decorations earlier each year because popular items often sell out way before October, which is true. If you want something, you got to get it way before the season shows up, because you'll be left out. There's so many more people that are now embracing Halloween. And I had a nice drive from St. Louis, and I was listening to a lot of podcasts, and I heard an interview. I don't remember who was being interviewed, but it was some celebrity, and they were saying that in the 90s, Halloween was only really celebrated in like October and maybe a little bit in September. It wasn't.
Yeah, there's like the last couple weeks in September creep.
Yeah. And the thing, and they kept saying things like that they don't know how they felt about it getting closer and closer, getting further and further out. That like we're in July now. And I was thinking some of these guys, some of the people that were doing the interviews, the celebrities, I was like, you guys do conventions. Don't you guys know that that's basically a mini Halloween? Every time a convention happens, it's a Halloween event. Like, people are dressed up, people are walking around, they're enjoying other people that enjoy this type of stuff. So, like, how could you say that you don't know how you feel about Halloween getting longer and longer when, like, that's your job is basically... That's how you make a living is with this stuff. So come on, you can't have it both ways. Either say, yes, I 100% fully embrace it. Yes, let's have Halloween 365 days a year like we do on the Halloween podcast. But no, they didn't really say that. So that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth a little bit.
I don't know. I kind of get it. So when I was a kid, they're absolutely right. It was just October. So my birthday is at the end of September. And every year I begged my mother for a Halloween themed birthday party or a pool party. Yeah. So it's too late in the year for a pool party. And it was it was not feasible to do a Halloween party because it would have been weird in September back in the 80s and 90s. So one year we compromised. We did a birthday party at a purportedly haunted inn and pub. near where I lived. So shout out to John Stone's Inn, as it was called back then. It's called Stone's Public House now, I think. It's in Ashland, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
But my mom's cousin was the chef at the time, so they let us in and took us behind the scenes, and everybody got a copy of the little Ghost Stories book that featured the inn. So that was as close as I ever came to getting my Halloween birthday party, because it was weird in the 90s. You wouldn't have done anything like that in September, and there was no Summerween, nothing like that.
Right.
However, there is a certain, like, kind of, I can't explain it. It's like a guilty pleasure that you get from enjoying Halloween out of season.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but like as a private thing. So when everybody else starts to do it, you're just kind of like, okay, it's the done thing. But there was kind of a little like secret fun to being like, oh yeah, I'm excited about Halloween and it's July, or
Yeah.
So I kind of get it. Like there's a bit of longing, obviously, when I was a kid to have Halloween earlier. But now that I'm an adult and I'm sort of looking back at those times, I think actually it was kind of cool to be that kid that had a Halloween box of things, and you'd like crack it open in the summer and look through all your spooky things before packing it away again. In anticipation of October. So I get both perspectives.
Yeah. With my Halloween bag that is sadly long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should make another one. A virtual one.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe
we need
one
a Pinterest style. They call it Pinterest now.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Well, let's move on. Next story, Megan.
All right. So this is a sad one. Heat waves damage the pumpkin crops ahead of Halloween.
Oh, no.
Halloween starts long before October for pumpkin farmers, and according to the BBC News, farmers in eastern England are dealing with one of their toughest growing seasons in years, after extended heat waves and unusually dry conditions have damaged their pumpkin crops.
Oh, man.
Chris Sadler, owner of Sandy Bottom Farm, said only about half of this year's pumpkin seeds successfully emerged from the ground. Other growers told the BBC they've relied heavily on irrigation just to keep their crops alive. Fortunately, most farms still expect to have enough pumpkins for visitors this fall, but the story serves as a reminder that unpredictable weather months before Halloween, have a major impact on one of the holiday's most recognizable traditions. That's so, it's so true. And it's a super reminder of how dependent farmers are on the weather, and how dependent we all are on the weather for our supply chain of food and things like that. And I know definitely all my friends and family and things over in the UK and Ireland have been melting the last while, because it's been very, very hot.
Oh, it's been brutal.
And nobody has AC over there. Like very few people have AC, because it traditionally does not get that hot. So it's unseasonably warm, and people, animals, and obviously pumpkins are suffering as a result. So I'm wondering how that's going to impact the prices of pumpkins in the supermarkets this year over there. Yeah. It could be slightly more expensive to pick that pumpkin up at Tesco or wherever you're buying it. But we'll have to wait and see. People from the UK, let us know when you start to see them in stores. What's the price point like? Is it higher or lower than other years?
Yeah, we never know. There might be some type of overgrowth that happens, and things start flowing out like never before. Who knows?
You never know.
You never know. But yeah, it has been extremely hot this year. I've been like dying outside. It is so hot. It's so humid, and Tennessee, for whatever reason, the past 2 weeks, we've had really hot weather, followed by a rainstorm that lasts an hour, just dumping water. And then you can see all of the steam coming out of the ground because of how hot the ground is, and then the water hitting it. And then all that steam just turns into sweat. It's rough.
That reminds me of Florida.
Yeah.
When I grew up in Florida, you would have obviously really hot days and then a colossal thunderstorm that would just deluge onto everything.
It is hot, brutal. And luckily today it seems to be a little bit cooler. But looking at my cameras, I can see that rain looks like it's starting to roll through. So we'll see. We'll see what today's holds. We'll see.
We have a heat advisory warning for the next 3 days. So I am staying inside in the AC and pretending it's fall.
No. Lucky.
That is my goal. That's my plan.
All right. So that was all of our main stories. Now we are going to Around the Crypt, which is more like local stories, things like that. Good feel stories for you guys. So Halloween themed restaurant opens in Michigan. According to M Live, a musician and cook in Saginaw, Michigan, has opened a restaurant inspired by his lifelong love of Halloween. The restaurant features spooky decor, horror-inspired menu items, and an atmosphere designed to celebrate Halloween all year long. It's another example of how the holiday continues expanding beyond October.
Oh, gotta book a trip to Michigan.
Yes, Saginaw.
I love that idea. That is so cool. There was a Beetlejuice restaurant somewhere that was in the news the last few years. I don't know if it's still around, but I like that idea of themed restaurants. Very 90s. I feel like in the 90s, every restaurant had a theme. You know, you had Bugaboo Creek Steakhouse and Longhorn Steak. Like, everyone had its own theme when you walked through the door. It wasn't just, here's a random restaurant. The stuff on the walls and everything else kind of told you where you were. So I love that we have some spooky themes popping up.
Yeah, I mean, well, we do have a 50s diner here right up the road from me in Adamsville or in Crump.
I love a diner.
And it's pretty cool. Me and Mandy like to go there every now and then. We'll get a burger. She likes to get like those malt shakes. I'm not much of a milkshake person, but I'll get her a chocolate one and she'll sit there and drink it up while we eat our burgers.
Good for her. I feel like you have to. When you go to a proper sort of 1950s diner, you gotta have a milkshake or a float. Like, it's just one of those things that you do.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of diners. Diners and greasy spoon sort of type restaurants. Big fan. Love to visit them wherever I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to grab the first one, Lyle, or the second one rather, because I love this. So Neighborhood Haunted House raises money for a children's hospital. Halloween can also be a force for good. CBS News highlighted the Albert Family Halloween House in Ontario, where a neighborhood haunted attraction has become a fundraiser benefiting CHEO, the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. What began as a family display has grown into a community tradition, raising thousands of dollars while bringing neighbors together each Halloween season. I love that. I love when people are able to take their passion for Halloween or whatever it might be and do something that actually helps their community or helps make life a little easier for people who really need it. That's amazing. Well done to them.
Yes, it sure is. Heartwarming stories like that are exactly what the Halloween community needs.
Yeah, really we all need more good news, you know?
Yeah. Doesn't always have to be scary. It can be, you know, because Halloween to me is not necessarily scary. It's more of a feel, feel of fall, a feel of excitement. Basically, is what I feel Halloween is. So yeah, but stories like this, I love it.
I love it absolutely.
Next up, now we got a kind of a little bit of sad story, really.
We're up, we're down.
We're up, we're down. It's a roller coaster, guys. So, Colorado home haunt taking the year off. According to Colorado's Daily Centennial, Garrison's Star Halloween attraction will not open during the 2026 Halloween season. The family began the attractions. The family behind the attraction says they're taking a year away to recharge and make improvements before returning in 2027. While lifelong fans will certainly miss it this year, they're already looking forward to seeing what comes next. So, taking the year off in Colorado, this family that does a nice Halloween attraction, taking the year off to retool, and they will definitely be back in 2027.
It takes a lot of work to put something like that together, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah,
like. It's a lot when you have something that's really high quality and you're trying to improve it. Like, it's just not enough time, between Halloweens each year. So I get that. And they're not closing for good. They're just making it more awesome.
Right.
So we'll have to see. We'll check in next year and see what it's like. If we have anyone from Colorado listening, please let us know.
Yes, let us know.
All right, Better Homes and Gardens say, buy pool noodles now. So if you're planning to DIY your Halloween decorations this year, now might be the time to visit the pool aisle. According to Better Homes and Gardens, July is the perfect time to buy pool noodles before stores clear out their summer inventory. The magazine highlights several inexpensive Halloween DIY projects using pool noodles, including giant tentacles, oversized candles, and other spooky decorations. It's a simple reminder that sometimes the best Halloween supplies are hiding in the summer section. I have seen so many cool reels and things online, people making decorations from these pool noodles.
Yeah.
And again, it goes back to, I wish I had that kind of talent and creativity. Because some of these people are so talented. And you're just looking at it and it's like, this is how you do it. And I'm just like, yeah, if I made it, it wouldn't look like that.
Yeah. I remember one year my wife made those oversized candles out of pool noodles. And it came out pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very
I don't know
cool.
what happened to it.
They always look amazing.
Yeah.
They always look absolutely amazing.
Yeah. But if you're ready for them DIY things, make sure you go get those pool noodles because they are going to be hitting away soon.
And hopefully they're all on sale at this point too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which helps always.
Yeah, it does. Next up we have, could Rotta the Hutt become this year's surprise costume? Every Halloween has one costume nobody expects. According to, I don't even know how to say this, Kotaku, I think is the name of the publication. Yeah. Rotta the Hutt from the Star Wars universe could become one of this year's surprise Halloween costumes after the character generated plenty of online attention following a recent redesign. We'll have to wait until October to see if that prediction comes true, but strange things have happened before.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Star Wars is just ubiquitous with Halloween my entire lifetime. Every single year there's been some kind of, you pass a Jedi, you pass Yoda, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, back in the early 90s, I don't really remember much Star Wars characters out there. I think it was...
Maybe it was just my family or my area, I don't know, but I definitely have seen Star Wars pretty consistently.
In the early 90s, there was episode 3 hasn't come out yet. It was like in 1999 when that one came out and kind of gives Star Wars a nice resurgence. But in the early 90s, the closest thing you had was, the movies that were back in the 70s. So,
yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
I mean, there's a huge difference between now, because now, I mean, Star Wars is everywhere. They keep releasing new stuff out all the time. But there was like this period of time where Star Wars was a huge hit, and then it kind of like tapered off a little bit, and then episode 3 came out, and then we were back to it, or episode 1, whatever episode came out. I don't know.
For sure. I do remember that we had, in the early 90s, it was not ours, it was an adult mask, but like a Yoda mask that pulled down over your head. So that it was definitely out there. It stayed in our family Halloween decor box forever. It's long gone now between 2 or 3 different moves. But yeah, I wish we'd kept it.
Yeah.
I could have it on here to show you guys. I could put it on. But and do the Halloween podcast as Yoda.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Spooky it is. Right. Dover, Ohio keeps trick-or-treating on Halloween night. Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Finally, according to WJAR Radio, the city of Dover, Ohio has officially announced its 2026 trick-or-treat schedule. The city will hold trick-or-treating on Saturday, October 31st, keeping the tradition on Halloween itself rather than moving it to another evening. It's a decision that many Halloween fans appreciate, and one that sparks the same debate every year. Should trick-or-treating always stay on Halloween night? What do you think?
Yes and no. I mean, it is more convenient if Halloween was on a night where kids didn't have to go to school the next day. So it's always more convenient with that, or if you didn't have to go to work the next day. But of course, I work all the time, so it doesn't really affect me much. But yeah, I mean, but then again, I always would much prefer to actually be on Halloween. There's something about that night.
It's funny, like, if parents want to extend the Halloween fun throughout the month of October, it works out really handy when places stagger their Halloween events, like their trunk or treats or trick or treats or whatever, because you can maybe do things more than once in the month. But personally, I really like when you trick or treat and celebrate Halloween on the day, even if it's a weekday.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is when I was a kid, one of the things I always appreciated, and it was a huge element of the magic of Halloween, like we always talk about sort of the magic of Halloween and the feeling of Halloween, was that, and it goes really back to the roots of Halloween too, that it was almost like a break from the rules of society. Like, yes, it was a school night. Yes, it was, your parents had to work the next day or whatever. But in class that day at school, the rules were relaxed. Maybe your teacher did Halloween themed activities rather than the regularly scheduled curriculum. Maybe you had a Halloween parade. Maybe you had a Halloween party or something at school. And then you got to go trick-or-treating that night and stay up late in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
And then maybe you got home and you got to watch a Halloween special because they were all geared to be on right around that 8 or 9 o'clock time.
Yeah.
When kids would come home from trick-or-treating. So then you were up a little later again,
with some candy.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe your parents let you eat your candy, even though it was really late at night. And then everybody goes into school the next morning with their little goodie bag of candy. And poor teachers, I do feel for teachers because the day after Halloween must be something they need to buckle up for every year. Yeah. But for as kids, it was just magic because it was that one time of year that the rules were flexible. And again, that goes right back to the historical roots of Halloween and Mischief Night and everything, that just for that day or two, the rules were paused and they didn't sort of apply as they normally would. People expected a bit of mischief and a bit of out of the ordinary, as long as it then went back to normal immediately afterwards.
Right.
So for me, I like celebrating on the day. If you're going to do stuff throughout the month, that's cool too. But I would still go trick-or-treating or take my kids trick-or-treating on the day itself as well. Yeah.
Well, I guess the cool thing is if you knew a town that was celebrating it on the 30th because that day was more convenient, you can go hit that up on the 30th and then go back to your town and hit it up on the 31st. So you get Halloween twice.
What I'm saying, multiple Halloween events throughout the whole month of October. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? So that is it for our Around the Crypt segment. Now we're gonna go to our ratings update. We got no new reviews, unfortunately. I think our listeners are lacking in that department right now. So if you would like to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, we would definitely accept it and we will read it here on this segment. But we did get 2 new ratings, but the ratings don't
Thank you, folks.
Yes, the ratings don't really tell you anything. So we got 2 new ones. So thank you to those 2 listeners that rated us. But leave us a review. We'd appreciate it. And then we got the Pumpkin Room roll call. Ooh, Yay! This is our Patreon supporters. We definitely got a new one, and we want to give a big shout out to Christina Ridge for coming inside the Pumpkin Room with us. And one of the cool things you get is you get to watch these videos that we record, and you could also listen to us banter way before the show actually starts. So you get to hear a lot of behind the scenes version. Stuff. Yes. So you'll hear tons of stuff. Christina, if you're listening to this podcast before you watch the video, we kind of shouted you out multiple times at the beginning. So,
but we're shouting you out again.
We're shouting you out again. So,
Thank you, Christina.
if you help us at the Halloween podcast, because believe me, it's not. It is not cheap to run a podcast. It is a labor of love, I would say. But we got expenses here at the Halloween podcast that we got to pay, and we need your help. So go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/thehalloweenpod, and get signed up, help us out, and we will be greatly appreciated.
Yes, to quote Dolly Parton, it costs an awful lot of money to look this cheap. So thank you so much to all our supporters who help us. We really, really appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank you guys so much.
All right, so I have got some Halloween history for you. So, from this past week in Halloween history, not all of it is specifically Halloween, but it's spooky. So, on July 6th, Anne Frank's family entered the secret annex. So, it's not paranormal, but it does mark the beginning of one of history's most horrific, haunting wartime stories.
Oh, yeah.
The family went into hiding in Amsterdam on July 6th after Margot Frank received a deportation notice. So, I can't think of anything scarier than having to go into hiding like that.
Yeah. Being hunted.
Yes, literally being hunted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happened today on July 6th. Or sorry, not today. That's what happened on July 6th. I'm going back in time. It's fine.
Yes.
You can come with me or not.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Summer is here, which means we all want to look and feel our best. A GLP-1 may be right for you. Visit orderlymeds.com to learn more about which GLP-1 you could be eligible for. Getting started is fast, easy, and happens virtually through telemedicine from licensed professionals. Check it out for yourself. Go to orderlymeds.com/podcast. That's orderlymeds.com/podcast. Taking care of yourself feels great. Compounded medications are not FDA approved. Eligibility required and determined by a licensed provider. Individual results may vary. See website for details.
On July 8th, this one's a cool one. So the Roswell Army Airfield announced recovery of a flying disc in 1947.
Wow.
So one of the most famous events in UFO history occurred when the military issued a press release stating it had recovered a flying disc near Roswell. The announcement was retracted the following day, giving rise to decades of conspiracy theories and paranormal folklore.
Wow.
The initial press release is a documented historical fact. Extraterrestrial claims remain unproven.
Wow. Yeah. What are your thoughts on UFOs, Megan? I don't think we've ever really talked about it.
No, we haven't. We should do an episode on UFOs tied to like a horror film or something. Alien. I love Alien.
Well, the Pentagon released all of those videos.
Yeah. So
we should definitely do some reaction videos of those.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll get on it.
We will, folks. So my thoughts on aliens kind of align with Dr. Stephen Hawking. So he said, the late Dr. Stephen Hawking, he had said that yes, in his scientific research or whatever has led him to believe there is a strong probability that there are extraterrestrials outside this planet, but that he strongly believes we should not be trying to contact them or interact with them in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And he described it, he said everyone has this idea that because they are more advanced life forms or whatever, they have more advanced technologies, that they will somehow be more peaceful or more clued in to how to treat others. He said, but in his observations of everything in life and whatever, it could just as easily be similar to what happened when white Europeans came to North America.
Mm-hmm.
And that did not go well for the indigenous populations.
Yeah.
So he was just like, yep, they're there. Don't poke the beast. Leave it alone. If we can live our lives under their radar, let's do it. Yeah. So that's where I sit with that.
Wow. Well, I do believe that there is something out there. What it is, I don't know. I really don't. And watching all of these videos that the Pentagon has released and having some type of experience that I can't explain happened to me years and years ago, something that I saw in the sky. And then again, I remember another thing that happened when I was a really, really young kid, that we saw something in the sky that was dropping little red lights or something like that. And we were sitting there going, we have no idea what that is. But the crazy thing is, I do remember that around that time, there were stories of people seeing something in the sky that was dropping little red lights or little red balls. Who knows what they were. But actually seeing it and being like, whoa, what is that? Actually, that reminds me of another thing, too, that I saw. So I've had 3 experiences with something in the sky that I can't explain that we'll probably talk about in some later episode. But
yes, I feel like we want to tell these, but should we save them?
we should save them.
Should
and
we
then
leave this as a teaser?
We'll do a whole week of UFOs. We'll do a Halloween podcast show. I'll see if I can find some type of a UFO haunting for Haunted Thursday, and then the mini-sode, and we'll do some reaction videos and post all those reels up there that week. So we'll have a whole UFO week, guys. Just let us know if you want that. If you want it sooner rather than later, we'll get on it sooner. But if we're like, nobody cares, then we'll just keep it for some random time.
But yeah, I have one story of my own, and I have a story from my grandfather who was in the Air Force.
Oh, wow. Okay, we definitely got to do it. Maybe we'll do it next week, because I don't think we really had anything scheduled for next week.
Oh, boy.
So we'll get on it, guys. We'll get on it.
All right. July 10th. So on July 10th, the events that inevitably led to the execution of Lady Jane Grey began. Because on July 10th, Lady Jane Grey was proclaimed Queen of England after Edward VI's death, setting in motion events that culminated in her execution months later. Her ghost is one of the most frequently reported at the Tower of London, making the state notable in English ghost lore. The historical succession crisis is fact. The hauntings are legend. I'm a huge fan of a bit of Tudor history, so that one I was very excited about.
Oh, perfect. Looks like you just gave me my Haunted Thursday idea. Thank you so much, Megan.
There you go.
That's going to line up perfectly well with this week.
Excellent. No, I have traveled to, well, I lived in England for years, but I've been to the Tower of London many times and other purportedly haunted locations in the UK. So I have some stories at some point that we will have to share.
Maybe you should give me one of these stories.
I've seen some things.
Give me one of these stories, and I will put it up on Haunted Thursday.
Sure, we'll chat.
Yeah, we will.
And then this actually happened over a span of several days, but it encompasses our week in news. So from July 1st to July 12th, the Jersey Shore suffered a series of shark attacks in 1916. They were a series of deadly encounters along the New Jersey coast that claimed 4 lives and left a 5th person critically injured. The attacks unfolded during a sweltering summer heat wave and a nationwide polio epidemic that had driven thousands of Americans to the Jersey Shore in search of cleaner air. More than a century later, scholars continue to debate whether a great white shark, a bull shark, or multiple animals were responsible for these attacks. The fatalities sparked a nationwide panic, prompting organized shark hunts and the installation of steel nets around public beaches to protect swimmers and reassure visitors. At a time when scientific knowledge of sharks was based largely on conjecture, the attacks forced ichthyologists to reassess long-held assumptions about shark behavior and permanently changed both public perception and scientific understanding of these formidable predators. And those events actually helped inspire Jaws. So there you go. And there are some, if anyone is interested, we will post some up as part of this episode, but there are some really amazing photographs, black and white, obviously, from newspaper clippings and things of this period of these attacks. Well, not of the attacks, but of the shark hunts that took place afterwards. Perfect. And you'll see exactly where the inspiration for Jaws came from in that aspect of it.
Yeah. Do you have any fear of shark attacks?
I am terrified of sharks. So, live in New England, have been going to the beach pretty much my whole life. Never really went in the water. Like I would splash around in the water, maybe up to my ankles as a kid. I got a little bolder as a teenager, and I would go in further, which is like the danger zone. I would be in there up to kind of my waist or my, shoulders or whatever. I do not do that anymore. I remember my parents, the one and only time I went to summer camp, my parents sent me to Camp SeaWorld in Florida. And they took us from SeaWorld by bus down to Key Largo to a really cool place called Marine Lab. And the idea was the first part of the day was in the classroom, and you would learn about different ecology settings. And then in the afternoon or the following day, depending on how long it took, they would take you snorkeling in that ecosystem. And it took a solid 30 minutes every single day for the instructor to talk me off the boat into the water.
Wow. Because
I knew there were sharks in there. Like it was something that you were definitely going to see. There were nurse sharks everywhere. They don't hurt anything. Yep. There were the possibility of tiger sharks and other sharks. And I just was not feeling it. And so he was laughing at me and he said, "Megan, I don't get it." He said, "You're from Massachusetts. like, you live on the coast. He said, I have kids in here from Oklahoma and Nebraska who have never seen the ocean, and they just dive right in. I was like, I know, because I know what's in there. I was like, no way. And I did eventually go in every time, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, I just generally don't swim in the sea anymore. There's too many safer options. The pool will do me just fine. I have a thing about water dwelling predators. I saw a thing on Instagram the other day about a woman swimming in Florida Springs, and like, you don't have to worry about the alligators, which sent me down a rabbit hole. I spent the whole rest of the evening looking at fatal alligator attacks in the state of Florida. But no, I don't swim in natural bodies of water anymore.
Well, we got a lot of creeks and stuff here. We got a lot of water places, lakes and things like that. And there was a couple of stories going around a few years ago where there was an alligator sighting, and we don't have alligators around here. Like, it's not something that we have. They think what happened is somebody had it as a pet and then just released it. So there was numerous sightings, and then TVA got involved, and they were trying to locate it, and then just out of nowhere the sighting stopped. And we all joke like, oh yeah, somebody made themselves a nice pair of boots. Somebody made themselves a nice belt. So somebody did something to that thing, but they never saw it again. They never found it. And now all of a sudden we're starting to see a bunch of bears now, which is weird.
Right.
Tennessee doesn't have.
Do they not normally? I know the Smoky Mountains are famous for bears, though.
Yeah, but not where I'm at. Like, I'm in the lower. I'm in the far west part of East Tennessee. No, far east part of West Tennessee. So I'm I'm right before Middle Tennessee. There's bears now, and like, everyone's taking pictures of these bears just hanging around, and I'm sitting here going, holy crap, I don't want my kids to go outside now.
We get them at our bird feeder.
But sharks are crazy. I've never seen a wild shark ever. I've only seen sharks in like SeaWorld. And in SeaWorld, they have like this tunnel, and you're basically in a huge aquarium, and you go in that tunnel, and that, I guess it's like a little, what do they call it? Not an escalator, but like a treadmill.
The moving walkways. Yeah.
So you stand there.
I remember it well.
And you're wall-to-wall people, and you're surrounded by all of these fish. And I remember one time we were there with my family and stuff, and I looked up, and I saw like this huge shark that was just swimming right above my head, and I looked at it, and I was like, man, that is like I looked at its face, and I was like, man, that face is like just zero emotion on that face. And it was just swimming along like nothing was happening, and I was like, man, I do not want to get bit by that thing. I saw the teeth and everything. The voice
of Quint in your head, and his eyes roll back like a doll's eyes. There's your story. You who write stories.
Yeah.
You're the people in the little tunnel, and the sharks start ramming the tunnel to get their dinner.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Crazy thing is, they can't survive outside of the water.
No, but the water would flood the tunnel. Like, it's above your head. It can't stay up. It's got to come down if they break the tunnel. That puts you in the water with all the sharks.
Yeah, sharks in the water. All right.
Anyway, I'm not a fan. Sharks are one of my phobias. There you go. Sharks and heights.
Yes. All right. What do we got next? We got Code Orange.
So, yes, I have some Code Orange for you. Hang on just one little second here.
Perfect. I love me some Code Orange, because that just seems like Halloween is getting closer and closer. And at that St. Louis HorrorCon that I was at, there was a vendor there who had a lot of vintage Halloween stuff.
I sent me a bunch of pictures. I was like, oh, I love it.
Yeah. I wanted to pick some stuff
my
up,
childhood.
but I was like, no, I already spent a lot of money getting all of these signatures. So
that's the problem too this time of year. It's like the time of year to go broke has extended.
Yeah, that is true.
And you just have to, like, my approach is that I go and I look, unless it's something that I have to have and like I look forward to every year, like the little pocket backs from Bath and Body Works, pocket back holders rather. I tend to just look, go, oh, it's all amazing. I don't even necessarily look at prices, and then I rapidly exit the store.
Right.
And then I turn back up, sort of end of like mid-October through end of October when everything's on sale. And yes, it's all mostly gone and stuff like that, but stuff is just so much more affordable.
Yeah.
And it sort of lessens the amount of stuff that I would buy, because otherwise we would have to have a barn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're already teetering on that anyway.
Right.
We would have to have a barn for all of the Halloween things that I love every year.
Right.
But yeah.
Perfect.
So,
all right. Give me some Code Oranges.
Code Orange, we are flying back over to the UK. Primark and UK and Ireland both have Primark, or versions of Primark. It's called Pennies, I believe, in Ireland. But anyway, Primark have a Summerween collection with some fall mixed in. So the one thing I want to put out is a huge alert. They have a really nice proper orange fall pumpkin butter dish. So if you're an American living in the UK, or if you're someone from the UK who has adopted American Thanksgiving as a holiday, run, grab it quickly, because it's like perfect Thanksgiving tableware. And everything at Primark is really inexpensive, like really, really inexpensive. So it's a good chance to grab a really nice looking fall themed pumpkin butter dish for either your Halloween or your Thanksgiving needs. So there you go.
Perfect.
They also have a lot of like Pinkoween theme in this Summerween collection. So they have it's £5. Again, everything's pretty inexpensive. It's a black cat on top of a pastel orange pumpkin decoration. They have a set of 3 Summerween ghost shelf sitters. So those are the things with the legs that are made of rope or whatever, and the little feet on the bottom. Very, very cute. In inner tubes, cocktails, all the typical Summerween vibes. They have a pink pumpkin with ghosts all over it that's a lidded candle. And then they have a cool ceramic candle with kind of a translucent glaze that has little ghosts all over it.
Yeah.
So even though it's part of their Summerween collection, it could totally double up for Halloween.
Nice.
They also had some really cute wavy type ghost taper candles. So if you're having a spooky dinner party, or you just enjoy having spooky candles lit in your house, these are so cute and really inexpensive. There's so many other things in this collection, but those were the things that stood out to me.
Nice.
So if you're in the UK, head to Primark, especially if you happen to be someone who's looking for the perfect pumpkin butter dish. So the Boo Buckets for 2026 have been confirmed by McDonald's.
Yeah.
So they are largely the same as all the rumors that we saw. We have a green witch with a sort of a brim that looks like a hat. It's not a lid. It's just the brim of the bucket. A purple vampire. It's the face of the vampire. Orange skull pumpkin. Again, the face is sort of reminiscent, though not an exact facsimile, of Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas, that sort of idea. A blue werewolf with the howling face. So the images that we had seen previously showed kind of a landscape design with a howling wolf, but it appears that the final image is just the wolf face howling up toward the sky, unless the other's on the backside and they're just not showing us the backside. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see when they come out, or when somebody gets their hands on one. And last but not least, there is the red devil looking cat. So that's going to be a lot for people to collect this year if you're a collector.
Yeah.
Mostly the internet seems underwhelmed, just based on fan reaction. The people are loving the green witch with the slight brim for the hat, but other than that, people are kind of They don't have lids. They're really small. Like all the things that people have complained about in past years. And I'm kind of 100% on board with a lot of those complaints.
Yeah, same here.
When we used to get them, they were of a size that they were reasonably functional as Halloween pails.
Yeah, they had use.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas now they're so small that they don't really have the same usefulness in terms of trick-or-treating. No, not really. They're just
more
kind
like
of a bunch of...
They're more like decorations. Is basically what they are.
And they're not, in my opinion, and there'll be people who will disagree with this, but in my opinion, they're not actually nice enough to justify displaying them as decoration.
Yeah. Like
the old ones where they had the lid and everything else were just so much nicer for that purpose.
Right.
And you could put like a light inside them and turn them into a lantern. Yeah. You just can't do those things with this. And of course, they still have the handle with the golden arches on it, which just makes it even harder to store anything in them. A lot of people are like, yeah, I ripped those handles off. I use them as cereal bowls because that's kind of the size they are. Like, what else are they good for?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really know why they keep bothering if they're not going to do it right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially when we know that what all of us 90s kids really, really want is the McNugget Buddies. We would totally pay for a premium adult Happy Meal if it had a really good recreation of a McNugget Buddy Halloween toy in it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, didn't they redo the McNugget Buddies not long ago?
I think it was
they did
Pop did like a collab with them.
Okay.
But it wasn't ever offered at McDonald's. Okay. Like it was a Funko Pop item that you had to go buy at like a memorabilia store or whatever.
That's probably what I was thinking of.
Which for me just doesn't have the same impact.
Yeah.
I want it with my greasy McDonald's meal.
Yes. It's got to smell like fries.
That. Yes, exactly. If it doesn't smell like fries, I don't want it.
Right.
So then we're moving on. Brock's, who are one of the companies that produce candy corn and the pumpkin mallow creams and things, have a new offering this year that people are actually starting to see in stores already. Mm-hmm. They are Brock's Mellow Cream Spooky Graveyard Candy. These are amazing. So they are a purple tombstone, a white sheet ghost, a yellow skull, and a green bat. And the flavors involved are caramel corn, cotton candy, marshmallow, and green apple. And they are so cool looking. Like I can just imagine how awesome they would look in a little candy dish,
right, all
together. Like they're really, really cool. And I like that they went with a different color palette. So it's not the typical orange. I love orange and black, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of that traditional color palette. But I like that they went more in the green and purple direction, just for something different.
Yeah.
So we have green, purple, yellow, and white that are part of that color palette for this candy.
Nice.
And I am so looking forward to finding them near me. They remind me very much of the Mellow Cream leaves. Mm-hmm. They have like autumn leaves that they've introduced this last few years. And I only ever found them in Walmart. But they were similar in terms of flavor. They had sort of caramel apple and candy corn, or caramel apple and pumpkin spice and all these other kind of more intricate flavors rather than just the vanilla that the mallow pumpkins and everything are usually made with. Mm-hmm. So same kind of idea. We've got caramel corn, cotton candy, marshmallow, and green apple.
Nice.
So that should be interesting. Yeah. Very excited to find those.
Oh, yeah.
Hot Topic, which of course has spooky stuff all year anyway. But they've started to come out with their specifically Halloween collection.
Okay.
And to put it up online and in store. The big item that everyone seems to be going gaga over is a really cool figural pumpkin backpack. It's black and it has a little candy corn floating in the eye and a little black cat floating in the mouth. It is $42.90. And it's made of like fake leather or something like that. It's cool looking. It's really cool looking. And they have a jack-o'-lantern coin purse, which goes for $12.90. And it's really, really cute. Next time I'm in the mall, I might have to take a little look for that coin purse because I always need a place to put my coins and never have a place. They also have a really cute Thorn and Fable fall cat pumpkin claw hair clip for $11.90. It's adorable. It's a black cat kind of dangling with his face in an orange pumpkin. And then they have matching earrings that go with that. Very, very cute. They have a earring selection pack that's sort of fall Halloween cozy vibe, and it's $12.90. It has little pumpkins and little sweaters and things like that. It's cute. It's very cute. And then they have a set of Snoopy fall and Halloween earrings that I really loved because anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of the Great Pumpkin and of the Peanuts in general. So it's $16.90, and you get a few different sets of Snoopy themed earrings.
Nice.
I was so excited when I went into my local CVS the other week to pick up a prescription, and I saw all up along the high shelves, they're not down for people to access yet, but all up along the high shelves, they have the Reese's Pumpkins and the Reese's Ghosts out already this year, getting ready to put them out.
Nice.
And then available for people to actually take and access, they had a single little tower display with all kind of fall packaging and imagery of little bite-sized caramello bars.
Nice.
So very excited for the start of things at CVS. CVS, Walgreens, all of those pharmacies were kind of one of the places that I really treasure for Halloween items because when I was a kid, right? That was one of the places that you always went in with your family. It was a necessity.
Yeah.
You went in to buy whatever you needed. And in our town, we didn't have a lot of stores full stop, but we had a CVS in our town. So that was one of the places that I could go in and be like, oh, I really love these plastic dangly skeleton earrings. Please, 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 can I have them? And they were always inexpensive enough where the answer could possibly be yes.
Right.
So always loved CVS, Walgreens, all of those types of places. Still do.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
And my last code orange for today comes from Warmies. Are you familiar with Warmies, Lyle?
I am not.
So Warmies are super, super cute. If you're someone who uses a hot water bottle or one of those heated rice packs that you stick in the microwave or whatever to help with sore muscles or cramping or whatever, Warmies are basically that, but in little stuffed animal form. And they're adorable anyway. So they have like little cows and little frogs and all kinds of other cute things. But they always do seasonal collections for Halloween and Christmas. But they have a Summerween collection out this year.
Oh, wow.
And the Summerween collection really could go either way for Halloween or Summerween. But I suppose the thing that makes them Summerween as opposed to exclusively Halloween is that these are designed for either hot or cold packs. So you can also put a little cold pack in them to keep cool if it's really, really hot on a summer day. So for $29.99, you can, they run between $29.99 and about $32, depending on which one you're looking at. But they have a very cute white and pink bat, little fluffy bat. They have a pink zombie axolotl, which is like, okay, that's very, very creative. They have, I think they're going for kind of a Frankenstein theme, sort of a zombie fox kind of thing. They have a spider, like a big black spider, a black cat. They have an owl. They have which is like not Summerween, totally different holiday, but we're not going to split hairs. I'll just announce it. They have a Day of the Dead sloth. They have a little bat with little black wings, and they have a little bat with little purple wings, and they have a ghost, like your typical sheet ghost type thing. And they're super, super cute. I love that they can be used for either hot or cold. And again, they run from about $30 to about $32 if we're rounding up the 99 cents. Yeah. So that's for Warmies this year. I love it. So cute.
Yeah. I'm looking at some of them right now.
For the little kid in your life or the lady in your life.
Yes. Definitely something that I will get I'll get Calexi one of these. She'll love it.
They're really, really cute. And they're not terribly priced either because they're really nice quality.
Right.
Like I have a Warmie that's not Halloween related for one of my kids, and I have seen them, in the store in person. They're always really good quality, and their customer service is pretty good.
Good.
From my experience, like if something goes wrong with them, they're going to try and make it right. So there you go. Perfect. That's me for the code orange today.
Perfect. And after the code orange, I guess that leads us to the community question.
Yes. So this week, given we have a sort of theme of scary stories this week, we want to know, what is your favorite scary story? It can come from a book. It can be something that is shared in your family. It can be from anywhere, really. But we want to know, what's your favorite scary story? Where does it come from? Tell us a little bit about it, please.
Yes.
We really, really want to be told some scary stories. And if it's good, we will definitely be considering featuring it in a future episode. So bear that in mind when you're sharing it. And just in the theme of scary stories, I wanted to share something really quickly. I buy a lot of Halloween books for myself. I'm an avid reader, but I also read to my kids, and I got this.
Oh, wow.
Which I am very excited about. It is called The Halloween Fair, and it is by Will Cuthbert, who goes by Spooky Will on Instagram. He is a British author and Halloween connoisseur, we'll say. He's more than an enthusiast. He is a connoisseur. But yeah, so it's amazing. The pictures are fantastic. The text is fantastic. It's got a very vintage Halloween vibe. Like, it reminds me very much of the Beistel or Bestel, however you say it, Halloween theme. It's really, really good. So totally looking forward to seeing how my kids like this. I like it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Spooky Will.
Yes.
Looking forward to reading that with my kids.
It looks like a nice book.
It is. It's one of those things that I got it in the mail and I was like, do I give this to the kids or do I kind of keep this for myself? Because honestly, some of the illustrations in it are so nice that like they could totally be framed and hung on a wall.
Yeah.
If that's your aesthetic. But yeah, I really, really like them. Love it a lot.
Perfect.
So lots of love.
Yes. Perfect. So yeah, share those scary stories with us, guys, and you can share it on Facebook, Instagram, or call the hotline 731-400-0472. And yeah, we'll definitely see if we can play it and kind of react to it, because that's kind of what we're wanting to do. So that's I guess that's it for this episode, for this update. I don't think we
and
have
just as a
anything
note,
else.
the cool thing about the hotline, folks, is you would have the possibility to hear your own voice, like your story, you telling your story played on the Halloween podcast.
Yes.
Which would be really, really cool.
Yes, it'll be a lot of fun. We'd love to hear from you. It'd be good to have other voices on the podcast as well, besides me and Megan. And we'll definitely enjoy that. So yeah, call the hotline 731-400-0472. Of course, the phone number is all over our socials, and it is also going to be on the show notes. So go check those out. And yep, that's going to do it for this week's Halloween update, guys. If you enjoyed today's show, please take a moment to leave us a rating or review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. Believe me, those do help the Halloween podcast. And it shows other listeners that, hey, this is a show that is popular and we should definitely check it out. You can follow the Halloween podcast on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube as well. Everything is at the Halloween podcast. Visit the website. I kind of retooled the website a little bit. So go to thehalloweenpodcast.com. If you have any questions, comments, or want to suggest anything for a future show, send us an email, info@thehalloweenpodcast.com. And if you want to support us, go into the pumpkin room by going to our Patreon. Patreon.com/thehalloweenpod. That is the only one that's different, the Halloween pod. And join the pumpkin room for just $10 a month. A small donation really helps the Halloween podcast continue to grow. And you get to enjoy some pretty cool stuff. You get to see us recording shows. We even do we might be doing some more Patreon exclusive shows. So you don't want to miss those. And I think that's everything. Did I miss anything, Megan?
Nope, that's everything.
Perfect. All right, then we will see you guys in a couple of days for another episode of the Halloween podcast. We will see you then. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.